Hey guys, what's up? Here for strategy talk on 16.2. Actually got to watch this one in the car on my phone, road tripping to Kansas for the couple of days here, and got to see the madness live as they were getting it done. So it goes 25 toes to bar, 50 double unders, and then 15 squat cleans. You get to do that in a 4 minute window. Then the weight goes up and the reps go down for the cleans. If you get through that, make it through the next 4 minute window, and so on. Always repeating the 25 toes to bar and 50 double unders for the RX version, or 25 hanging knee raises and 50 single unders for the scaled crew. Um, Bottom line for me, this is going to be a core workout, a grip workout, and a pacer. Um, a lot of people here might be able to do a set of 15 to 20, maybe even 25 toes to bar once. Very few people will be able to do that more than two, maybe three times. And the impact that's going to have on the rest of your workout is going to be potentially brutal if you redline on either of those two. Um, I would suggest breaking up those toes to bar based on how good you are into either anywhere from 3 to 5 sets right out of the gate. I think in theory, folks who can get maybe 10 or 11 first, then 8 or 7, and then finish up that set a couple of times will be good, as long as those transitions are smooth. If you need to break them up smaller than that, really the determining factor on the toes to bar, when you're relatively fresh, is going to be that kip. Do you have a steady rhythm on the kip? If not, doing that double pump to try and get up to the next one is going to be a lot more time hanging on that bar. So if you have a good kip, I'd say slightly larger sets as long as you can stay relaxed. Otherwise, break them up into that small set of 3, small set of 5, turn around, get right back on that bar and keep going. Um, Suggesting as calm as you can throughout those toes to bar, not death gripping it. Then for the double unders, again, it's going to depend on your skill set. If you can crush 50 double unders easy without getting your heart rate too high, by all means give it a shot. Otherwise, break it up into intentional small sets, 20, 20, 10, something like that. If you can stay relaxed and break when you choose to stop and pause, that's going to build your confidence a lot more than sprinting out of the gate, getting 50 in a row, having your heart rate redline, and then being crushed for everything else. Okay, that first set of cleans, I think it's 15 reps at 135 for the RX crew. Singles is what the guys did in the video, and that's probably going to be a good way to go. The challenge there is if you have different choices of weights, whether they're the big rubber high temps or competition plates, if you can, try and stick with those competition plates, the ones that are thicker and heavier, that when they land, the bar is going to stop bouncing around as much. If you're spending 15 reps trying to chase after that bar every time it bounces all over the place, it's going to add a lot of time. You're going to have to move your feet and reset a lot. So the less movement that bar can have when you drop it from the top of your squat clean, the smoother it's going to be and the more relaxed the athlete's going to be able to be. I definitely think singles are going to be the way to go there. As long as you stand, get the hips all the way open, let that bar launch off your shoulders and settle right back down on the ground in front of you. I think the goal from round to round should be to try and keep your toes to bar and jump rope as consistent as you can, maybe adding a little bit extra rest in between the singles of the squat cleans as you go. This is going to be a really, really good challenge there because it's going to not only test your cardiovascular endurance, but also your ability to maintain form and core tension under load as the weights for those cleans get heavier and heavier. Now, the tie break is going to be important here. You're going to log the last time when you finish a set of double unders. So, as we learned last year with the wall ball muscle up double under workout, 5 seconds can be a difference between 10 to 15 reps for some people. Need to make sure that when you get off the toes to bar, grab that rope, regroup, and fly through the jump ropes as smoothly as you can before getting to that barbell. I would rather encourage people to rest a couple of seconds longer before picking up their first clean, knowing they got through the jump rope faster than standing there with their jump rope hunched over like a lot of us do when we get tired. Get through those double unders successfully, then get to the bar and refocus. Dan Bailey grabbed a belt, I think, at the last couple of sets when the weight got heavy. That should be a great opportunity to try and catch your breath a little bit, reach down, pick up your belt, settle it, refocus, and then get to the barbell. Um, if you're someone who's going to be able to struggle when you get to a certain weight of the cleans, my advice, get there fast. Okay, 135 singles are going to be good for most athletes. 185 is going to start to get heavy for a lot of folks. 225 is going to be the big breaking point there between more of the higher level CrossFit athletes versus the folks who are just looking to get a PR at 185, for example. It's going to be important that you focus on every rep there and try your best not to miss a clean. I'd rather you do one rep, successfully drop it, and stay there for 10 seconds or 20 seconds if you need to, than trying to rush getting back to the bar and starting to miss cleans. That can be really discouraging. Second, if you're going to rest in between rounds, go ahead. It's better to make sure you regroup and get your heart rate down a little bit before hopping back up for those toes to bar. Because once the toes to bar start to go to single or doubles, just the time it takes to hop down from the bar, get back up, get your kip going again, is going to add a lot more time than resting for maybe 3 more seconds and being able to get 3 to 5 more toes to bar in a row. But try and stay as relaxed as possible on the toes to bar or hanging knee raises. For the jump rope, as smooth sets as possible, making sure to get to that tie break each time as quickly as possible. And then for the cleans, as long as you can, very quick singles, get back on that bar. As the weight starts to get heavy, take slightly longer breaks in between each of those. This is going to be a lot more fun than last week. People thought the 20-minute workout was a little brutal. This one won't be 20 minutes for most of us. So the goal is stay strong, find that steady pace, and have the time in between rounds have it get slower as minimally as possible. If you can stay fairly consistent with those rounds, just adding a little bit of time for maybe some extra pauses in the toes to bar and a couple extra seconds in between each of your cleans, I think heart rate will stay more calm throughout. Keep that core nice and tight through all these movements, and I think it's going to be a lot more fun than a lot of us expect. Good luck, everyone. See you on the flip side.